missing Rick, but we'll go ahead and start. If y'all have questions.
All right, this first question is for Savannah. Talk about just what did you learn in the first half that kind of helped you play a better second half? The third quarter, you seemed a lot more poised as a team. You handled the press better. What did the first half teach you that made that happen?
We just had some turnovers that we shouldn't have had. We were just giving it to them, really. And I think, it's irritating just having that happen. Just as a basketball player, as a competitor, you don't want that to happen. So, just getting that fire in you and just telling your teammates, like, come on, this is not gonna work. Like, we have all these fans here. We got to come out and just be better for them. And
I'm going to ask both of you this question. I'm going to start with you being, somewhat a veteran on the team, but there's a lot of growing pains you expect when you play as many true freshmen as your team's playing. What do you expect out of them learning-wise in a game like this versus what can the detriment be as far as, are there any negatives that can come out of a game like this confidence-wise?
It wasn't the turnout we expected. I mean, we wanted. But, I think we are going to grow from this and learning. And I think just having the mindset of, we can't get down from this. It happened. It's over. It's a new day tomorrow. We can't sit on it.
Can you answer that same question, what you're learning through all this?
Yeah, our coaches say every day we don't have time to be freshmen right now. Obviously, with our schedule in the front of the season, we're playing a lot of hard teams. So I think definitely that first half, me personally, having a couple turnovers, I knew, if we didn't get it past half court, we weren't going to have an offense and we weren't going to score. So I think that was definitely something we were focusing on.
Christian in the second half really led the offense there. Some do the foul trouble, some do the coaches trusting you. What was the second half like when it came to running the offense possession after possession?
Yeah, I'll give a lot of credit to them. They had a lot of ball pressure. The whole game they didn't give up. They had a lot of energy. They were getting steals and everything. So I think getting it past half court was a focus, and then getting into an offense. Again, they were going so fast-paced that every time we had control of it, we had to run an offense and we had to score. So I think that was a focus.
Savannah, you led the team in scoring tonight. How much of a confidence boost is this for you, knowing that you can go up against some of the top teams and compete with some of the best teams in the nation?
I know who I am as a player, and tonight it was okay for me, but we didn't win. So, I did okay, but, ultimately the team, we lost. So really the confidence, I'm not going to let it get down on us, but, I'm kind of just the same.
That scoring presence was kind of a shot in the arm. Is that a part of the game plan, or are you just seizing the opportunity there?
Just opportunity. Got to take it.
Is that kind of something that you've shouldered as of late? I know that losing the starting role there on the road, now you're getting it back this week. Is this kind of something you've kind of shouldered on lately?
You could say that, but I think just doing it for my team, having that energy, in a game like that, you got to have somebody, and I wanted to be that person for them.
Kirsten, for you talked about what UT was doing yourself. It really limited the turnovers that entire second half. What about your game? Did you kind of learn about it in that second half?
Yeah, I think the coaches definitely respectfully kind of led into us at halftime about controlling our turnovers. So I think that was enough motivation to kind of get myself under control and, again, take leadership. Savannah had a really, really great game of leadership. So I think kind of leading on that and following in her footsteps there, just knowing that I needed to limit my turnovers. So that was a big focus.
Oh. For the players? Y'all are good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, you want to go opening statement?
I don't know what kind of opening statement do I, that we got curb stomped? Is that it? Maybe. Now they're a good basketball team. We knew going in that they're very aggressive at just about every position. We knew we had to keep them off the boards, and we were afraid that they might shoot the ball good early, and they did. They shot the ball well early. They gave them the lead, and then we had to fight back on. And then we had some. I ain't got a stat sheet here, but we had some terrible turnovers. Had some. I thought we did have a couple of bright spots. Davis, I thought, did a good job. If we can keep her playing like that all year, and I don't know that we can, but she didn't quit. She just kept battling and kept battling and kept battling. And the last foul, she was boxing out. You know, you're not supposed to box out a step or two, but she did. You can't fault her. She's battling. And then Verhos battled all day long. So you got a freshman there that in this type of competition, and then you had Davis, which didn't start any last year. But now we had some other young ladies that just didn't know our offense, didn't take shots when needed to. And then when we did take some shots, we short-armed it. We can't do that. We got to finish. You know, Blair Bogus has been playing great for us. What'd she do? 2 for 11? That's not like her. And then you got Elena, 1 for 9. That's not like her. We can't beat good teams like that shooting like that. But I think more than anything on the defensive ends where we had our biggest breakdowns.
Coach, third straight game with a different starting lineup. What are you kind of figuring out there in the back?
We're all freshmen. We're trying to figure out who wants to play, what positions they need to be playing at, who can handle the ball, who can take care of the ball, things like that. So that's what we were looking for. There's not a whole lot of difference in 1 through 9 of our young ladies, maybe even 1 through 10 or 11, to be honest with you. Nikki, of course, is young and plays the 5, so we didn't get her in tonight. But, you know, what can I say?
What'd you learn about Verhulst tonight? Really limited those turnovers in that
I
second
like what I
half for you.
saw. I like what I saw. I'll just tell you that now. You got to hit free throws a little better than we did. I think she missed 3 or 4 free throws. What did she miss? She is 2 for 4. Is that all? Or 4 for 8. She missed 4 free throws. But, you know, she took a couple of threes, and then she had 3 turnovers with all that pressure. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you.
Coach, at halftime, what adjustments did you make to combat this suffocating defense from the
Talk
Lady
about
Vols?
not giving up. That's what we talked about. You know, we didn't really make a lot, you know, we got to execute our offense. And we can't execute that offense, you know, out there 22, 23 feet. And that we were allowing them to push us on out. And that's just toughness is what that boils down to. Getting open, altering your speed. A lot of things that we work on every day. When you get in a game like that, you forget all that.
Coach, you know, you've had some veteran lineups the last several years. You go into games like this expecting to win, and you've won games against Tennessee, you know, recently. What do you tell the younger players, the true freshmen, you know, the next practice or the next trip to the Florida you take? What do you tell them? Hey, we lost by 40. What comes after that?
I don't know. Have I ever lost by 40? I don't know.
I mean, they weren't here for some of those. That's what I'm asking. You know, what do you tell them when they weren't here to see that you come in these games expecting to win in the past?
Well, here's what I'll tell them. They didn't give out any trophies tonight. That's what I'll tell them. They didn't give out any trophies. We're here to win the conference championship. They're not in our conference, thank goodness. Now what we got to do is get better, and every game try to get ourselves in a situation to get better.
Coach, you were talking about earlier.
See, so I appreciate your question, though. But I've said that for years and years. You know, after I got beat a lot of big games, hey, they didn't give out trophies tonight. Let's go get better. Let's bring one home. I'm sorry.
You're okay. Speaking of that, you were talking about earlier, whenever you were talking to the students, you were saying, you know, whenever you were a younger coach, the losses hurt you more. How do you try to instill that in your players of kind of turning the page and looking further as you go play Providence and Destin?
Well, if you're a player right now, it's got to hurt you. I mean, it's got to hurt you. Blair, Macy, it's got to hurt you. I doubt if they've ever been beat 40 points. So you got to grow from that. And, you know, that's what we're here for, to help you grow. I mean, you got to grow from that. You got to know the offenses. You got to work on the stuff that they pushed you out of. And that's what we'll work on Saturday morning. We're leaving early in the morning to go to Destin. But Saturday morning will be our first practice down there. So we'll work. That will be a tough practice, getting ready for whoever we got to play. I think it's Providence maybe. But we got to grow. We got to get better. I want to say this. What a crowd. I mean, the fans came. The band did great. We had, you know, it was just a great atmosphere for women's college basketball. And that's what I came here to do. That's what Dr. McPhee and Chris hired me to do. I'm very, very thankful for the fan base. I'm very thankful that Tennessee signed a 4-year contract with us. We got to go back up there next year, and but we got a lot to be thankful about. We didn't have anybody hurt tonight except feelings. Had some feelings hurt, but we got to come back and get better.
Any more questions? Thank y'all.
But I do appreciate Tennessee coming down and playing us. So they brought a good bunch with them too. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much.